Oh my God, I have no air conditioning. The Saints, they did a team fishing trip though, and if the Saints don't win in 2023, does Loomis have to considering rebuild? And plus, we're going to talk about Zion. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Marquez Callaway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. We are live on Twitch. If you aren't, follow us on Twitch, and remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. Smash that like button on YouTube. Also, become an annual patron at patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour and get 2 months for free. Annual patrons get a special welcome gift of our Saints Season Survivor mug. Get one before we run out. We shipped 65 t-shirts to people. We shipped like 10 booze bundles and swag items last week. Thanks for all the support. By the way, I just want to mention to people on the live stream, thanks for joining us. Andrew's dad managed to make it. Andrew didn't. On time. Octoberist, Budrich, of course. Jason Champagne giving us subscribe with Prime. He's been subscribed for 18 months. Thanks, guys, for joining us in the chat. We always appreciate the people on the live stream. And by the way, our off-season MVP contest is underway. If you ever wanted to be on the main show and tell Kevin to shut up, or maybe you enjoy Dave going to the bathroom in person, you want to grill Andrew about his sources, not tonight because he's not here, but you can do all that. The person
right there. Unbelievable.
The person who donates I'm looking at the script, not the screen. The person who donates the most each week gets entered into our drawing to sit in with us on the main show. If we reach 100 in donations tonight, the MVP will choose which mini bar drink I use for my gigantic mini bar collection to poison myself. I have Largo Bay pineapple rum and gluten-free vodka from Amsterdam. You can pick the one that I poison myself. And hey, listening patrons, if you want to be like Nikolai and send me something to drink that's hideous and may kill me, my DMs on Discord are open. My DMs on Twitter are open. Send it to me, and if slide on into my DMs before Elon Musk makes me pay for them, and I'll drink something hideous. Thomas, do we have an MVP leader for the episode already?
Oh yeah, last week Hatchet John won, and tonight Hatchet John already has donated 5 gifted subs.
Making
also
it
thanks to
rain.
Jason Champagne for 500 bits, and Andrew has resubscribed right now.
Right, thanks for showing up, Andrew. I was reading the script. I didn't see that you.
We are already halfway there, Ralph. There.
Wow.
You're gonna get drunk early.
Right. So what is everybody drinking? I'm looking at the thermostat in my house. It's 88 degrees in this house. I'm cooking in my own crippled juices. my wife and Max are comfy in the bedroom with the wall unit. My air condition doesn't work. It's not getting fixed till Thursday. I'm in hell. So I'm hydrating like a person should. I'm drinking a Popeyes soda. What's everybody else drinking?
I'm drinking a grapefruit juicifer from Gnarly Barley. Gotta say, I'm not really crazy about it, actually, if I'm being honest.
Doesn't soda dehydrate you?
Well, that'll make when I drink the alcohol, that'll make it more fun, Andrew. I'm not a doctor. I don't know science.
Medicine is not a science.
That's right.
I'm not drinking tonight. So 2 nights ago, I went to a restaurant called Mi Rancho just outside of Charlottesville, and I decided to get the camarones a la Diablo.
Diablo.
You can imagine what my stomach has felt like
And your
the last
butthole.
48 hours. Yes, and that. Yeah, let's just say I'm taking it easy on the booze.
Was that as
until-
bad a decision as the Saints drafting Stanley Jean-Baptiste?
It's comparable. It's comparable.
I went to Nashville last week. That's why I wasn't unable to make our last
Tennessee.
podcast. And of course,
Did you say hi to Taylor Swift?
I did not. But of course, within the first 3 hours I'm there, I went to go get a I've never been to Nashville, so I went to Prince's.
Me
to
too,
get
Dave. Me too.
a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, and that ruined the first day and a half of the vacation.
Was that good?
It was good. It was very good. It was very good.
Good going in, bad going out.
Yeah, but I mean, I had to do it. I mean, I had to get one.
How many bachelorette parties did you run into?
It's so funny. Yeah, we were. So we were staying downtown, and the day I left was the first day of Country Music Fest, which is like their version of Jazz Fest, except it's downtown.
Wow.
In the downtown area, and my hotel is literally like in the middle of it, 1 block away from all the stages and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you can't throw a rock in downtown Nashville without hearing somebody go woo, ow, ow! And just women with stupid hats just constantly screaming in their shit faced at 11:30 in the morning.
So wild. So kind of like New Orleans.
Yeah, except they're not on the drinking bikes. The things that you pedal. You can fit like 10 people on there. I'm actually surprised they don't have those in the Quarter. I'm assuming that the French Quarter district or whatever has like voted to outlaw those, because I feel like those would be popular in New Orleans.
St. Louis has those.
Yeah, there are a lot of places. I've done one before. I don't even remember where, but I'm surprised they're not in the Quarter. But I feel like this probably came up and they probably got shut down for some reason.
It's so hot in my house.
Orleans Parish policing something sounds really realistic.
My body, it's so hot in here. I feel all the liquid leaving my body. So the
Kevin's
Saints.
drinking
No
some
force
sort
of will
protein
can
shake.
overcome a failing body.
What is that? A protein shake?
Flavored
What is
water.
that?
I feel
Flavored
like
water.
Oh, you
Thomas-
really are hydrating. That's
I also
that's
just
Ralph
learned
needs.
about one of these
I'm
days.
hydrating. Ralph is not.
By the way,
feel-
one of these
Go ahead.
days on the next episode, I just learned. Have you guys heard about this Borgs? Have you heard about Borgs?
Of course, Borgs. Yeah.
See, okay, I knew Andrew would know this because I think a lot of people. I think this is like a Virginia thing. I don't know. My nephew goes to William and Mary. So anyway, yeah. Borgs. I think we should all drink up. We should all make a Borg for
A
the next
Borg.
episode.
I
Yeah.
like it. My buddy's really into Borg, so he'll come over here sometimes. and
Really,
drink
like
a bunch of
somebody
Borg.
our age?
Yeah, all right.
What is
Really?
a Borg?
I
What is
thought
a
this was
Borg?
like-
I think he learned it from his like college cousin, and he's like, "Oh, this is great. We're
What
doing
is a Borg?
Borgs."
All right,
What is
so
a Borg?
Borg
A
is-
Borg is like
you take
it's
a
like
gallon of
you
water.
get like a tumbler of like
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
go
you take a gallon of water, one of those plastic gallons of water. You
Dump
dump
it
out
out.
like half of it.
right.
You pour a crap load of like vodka or whatever booze you want, like usually a white booze.
Usually vodka. Yeah.
You put
You're going to class with it, so you want it odorless.
yes, you put like some sort of like electrolyte powder.
No, not a powder. It's like the drops.
Okay.
It's
And
like
then-
the vitamin drops.
And then like a powdered flavoring just to give it a color or whatever. And then like you also like part of it is like you give it a clever name like Borg to die or Borg to run or I don't know. You're supposed to just give it some clever play on names.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what all the college kids are drinking,
Wow.
and they're getting wasted. They're getting wasted,
Get
because
wasted
they're
in physics
drinking
class.
because they
Yeah.
don't taste the alcohol and the electrolytes are helping them through it.
Right.
But all of a sudden, they've drank like half a bottle of vodka in like an
Yeah.
hour.
This is a Saints podcast, by the way, guys.
Well,
Yes.
hey, we're trying to keep it. We want to make
speaking
sure all
calm
y'all.
down.
We want to make sure all y'all out there aren't
Well,
sus.
speaking
We
of-
want to make sure you got the Riz.
I'm gonna drink a Borg on the next podcast.
Speaking of playing through it, the Saints had minicamp today. No one was injured. No one died. No one got arrested. So we're still on course. Great.
Rashid Shaheed's hamstring kind of died, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we're not on course for a great
mini
summer.
death.
The sun never sets on the Jewish Empire.
So the thing is with minicamp, the only thing I took from it that was really important was Dave's UDFA son, Smoke Monday, was running with the ones, which was exciting for you, right, Dave? He's back.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to see his name, on social media, in the news, on the mouths and lips of all Saints fans all across the country. But it's what is this? OTA? What minicamp? OTAs?
Minicamp. No, minicamp. Mandatory.
So dumb.
Everyone showed up.
Let's overreact. Let's totally overreact.
Let's do it.
I'm okay. Smoke Monday, defensive player of the year, right there. Already lock it in. Lock it in. Gotta be. If he's already running with the ones, if he's already running with the ones in mini camps, it can only go up from here. He's DPOI.
I didn't use any sound bites from him, but I just want to let people know David Carr post practice had a 45 minutes media session. I can't remember a Saints quarterback.
I was waiting for that soundbite.
I didn't want to interrupt him.
Yeah.
So Derek went on for 45 minutes. That's like a State of the Union address. Is he gonna do this every week after games where he talks to the media for 45 minutes? Like, I don't know. Listen, though.
He was texting Eric McCoy in the offseason just to tell him how much he
loved him.
He loved the effort, on the downhill blocking.
But, Andrew, your UDFA son, you mentioned it, his hamstring exploded. He says he's going to be
sorry, it was his groin. His groin.
He says he's fine. He's going to be ready for camp. We know he's not coming back till November.
Who is this, Shaheed?
Shaheed.
Yeah.
So...
Ooh, boy.
Does this inch us closer to Hunter Renfrow being a Saint? Saints receivers are already injured. Michael Thomas, according to you, is fat. You're saying that on Twitter that he looks out of shape.
Looks like Zion. We'll make that segue
later. I got a text today that he was walking around with the shirt off, and it was like he's ripped. It's just his abdominal muscles are really big.
He should have been wearing one of those Untuck It shirts. Really,
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you look at his body composition when he caught 150 balls, like he was really skinny, and so I know that he's a physical receiver that doesn't win with speed. But let's not kid ourselves. Like when you're that size and you're carrying that much weight, whether it's fat or muscle, like it is going to slow you down some, and that affects his separation to some degree. Now, that's not like the key component to his game, but when he had 150 catches with Drew Brees, he was catching a lot of balls with guys draped all over him, but he had a quarterback that was able to place the ball, and he had the courage and the guts to kind of throw it in tight windows, and so. Will Carr have the guts and the courage to make those throws, and will he have the accuracy to execute? Those are kind of the things that we'll see. But I do think Michael Thomas will have less separation. So if he can get through a season seemingly healthy, which obviously he hasn't for the last 3 years, which is a big if, and we'll see if he can even do that. But if he does, I don't think he's a 150 catch guy, But could he be an 80 catch guy? I think he could if he can stay healthy. So,
Kevin, more likely to happen: Michael Thomas catches 5 touchdowns, or Smoke Monday starts 5 games.
I'm going with Thomas there.
I'm going with Smoke Monday.
I'm going with me too.
Michael Thomas will catch 5 touchdowns for sure.
What are you eating?
I don't know, but by the way, Kevin, thank you for choosing to eat right when we start the podcast.
I need to eat.
Okay,
look at that salad. Are you eating it out of a freaking
we were all
bathtub.
we were all
Eating out of
sitting
a
here.
mixing bowl.
We
I
were
don't
all
have
sitting
proper
here
salad bowls.
for 15 minutes pre-podcast. You had 15
Right.
minutes before the podcast to eat.
No, he had
I
to
was
build that
heating up the
9-pound salad before.
I was
the show,
heating up the
Dave.
chicken, Dave. I got to throw the chicken in the oven to get that ready.
Yeah,
Don't argue with me. It's impeccable logic.
that salad could feed a family of 5.
Yeah, and it's going right in here.
Hashtag dad bod.
Thank you.
You know, a salad's not that healthy if you eat so much salad that it's like 2,000 calories.
Well, it's got a lot of chicken.
Smother it in dressing.
What if you drown it in Thousand Island dressing?
Yeah.
I don't put Thousand Island or ranch or blue cheese. It's a nice it's a healthy-ish vinaigrette.
Healthy-ish.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like that's what Michael Thomas has been eating.
You know what? Me and Michael Thomas, we can be salad pals.
It's like the episode of The Simpsons where
Somebody make the new sign. Kevin and Michael Thomas, salad pals. From closet chums to salad pals.
Bring it to the next live show. We'll love you forever. The only other thing that is of interest to me for the minicamp and the OTAs and Andrew and Thomas have that clip ready is this team, they have really, really good vibes. Like they went on a fishing trip and of course Jameis was doing Jameis type things. Thomas, play the clip of Jameis.
Oh God. I haven't even heard this yet. There's no sound.
You want it with sound?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a sound.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, with the sound. Oh shit.
Well, we don't have sound for people that are only listening to the audio only version of the podcast. It's the Saints, and they went on like a fishing trip as a team.
It's only music.
It's only music, but bow fishing, and like Andrew, the vibes are good. Like people are happy. Like the Saints. I know it's the off season, but I feel like I feel good about the vibes. I've had other Saints seasons where the off-season vibes haven't been this good. So at least the vibes are good. We have some fun players. Jamal Williams added in.
Big fish.
Yeah, like I feel like Derek Carr said
His main name is Derek.
they said they brought an alligator into the boat and people were hitting it with a bat or something. Like the vibes. How do we feel about the vibes on June 13th?
I'm feeling great. Look, as long as all these players can stay away from Mariah Mills, I think we have everything is leading towards things being copacetic going into training camp.
Yeah. Well, Thomas, give us a donation update. Where are we? Am I going to have to drink these mediocre? Am I going to have to drink this mediocre vodka?
We are exactly at halfway point.
Come on, guys. Make it happen. I have lost I've sweated out like 15 pounds today. If I do one of these, it might tip me over the edge. So we can have some fun.
How do you sleep in 88 degrees? How do you fall asleep? I feel like I always need it cold in a room to sleep.
I mean, we have the little like portable one, and I'll just shut the door, so it'll be all right. But if I have to, if the cats get all crazy and the door opens, what I do, Andrew, is after the show, I'll just take an ice cold shower and I'll just get blackout drunk, and hopefully I'll pass out.
Yeah.
So that's why if you get me to $100, if you get us to $100 and I start drinking now, it gets me to where I need to be. You're not only giving yourself entertainment value, you're doing a public service and helping me sleep good tonight in 87
and his wife
and my wife in 88 degree house. So there you go. All right. So here's our one Saints question before we get to the fun of talking to Zion. Dave, if the Saints don't win in 2023, that'll be 3 years in a row with no playoffs. Would it be, dare I say it, it even hurts me to come across my lips, would it be time to rebuild or do something different than what they've done since Drew Brees left? Is it do or die?
God, why are you doing this right now? Can't we just watch this team? Like, can't we just be excited about training camp and pretend that Michael Thomas is going to make it one fucking week before he blows out his leg?
I love how
can't
his
we just
stomach
go into
explodes.
training camp without like talking about firing Dennis Allen? Can you give me the offseason?
I mean, well, I love how the last segment we just did 30 seconds ago, Ralph was like, "I'm loving the vibes of this team." The vibes. And then boom, is it rebuild time of 2023?
I mean, you know how much leash Saints Twitter is going to give these guys if they start screwing up? I give it a week and a half. They might be melting down in the preseason.
They will.
If things aren't going well. All right. The fire DA stuff is just like, it's on a slow boil right now, baby. And they're waiting to unleash.
Speaking of a slow boil,
Just give me until training camp, for God's sake. I mean, I'm surprised Saints Twitter isn't melting down because Derek Carr went 1 for 4 today at practice. He threw 4 passes. Traquan Smith dropped 2 of them. I'm surprised. I'm surprised the whole building isn't on fire.
Traquan Smith hate never stops, never sleeps. It's a 365 day a year
That's
thing.
the worst
So-
joke I've ever heard.
I mean,
Well, anyway, to answer your stupid question, rebuild? I don't know. I don't think you have to rebuild the roster. Could Dennis Allen possibly be fired? Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it also depends on how they lose. Are we talking about like a 3-14 season, or are we talking about an 8-9 season?
How many Hail Marys?
Yeah.
all right.
I don't know. I think the roster. You're locked into David Carr for 2-3 years.
Nice.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Jesus.
Contagion
It's not fair. My name's David. And I say it every day.
spreads.
His name is
We're
Eric.
spreading like verbal herpes is spreading across the land from me to everywhere else. All right. So you don't like my negativity, so fine. Kevin, bigger YOLO move for the Saints. Sign DeAndre Hopkins or trade for Danielle Hunter, the defensive tackle for the
For
Vikings.
David Carr.
Daniil?
Trade for Danielle Hunter or sign DeAndre Hopkins.
Signing DeAndre Hopkins.
Ooh, why?
I don't know. I feel like they already have enough defensive players. Like, they brought the 2 guys in free agency before the draft. They got Brees. Brees going to see playing time regardless. It's going to be one of the other 2 fellas. Might as well bring in DeAndre Hopkins because, again, Michael Thomas is not going to have a full healthy year. He just isn't. He's not going to have a full healthy year. If we just resign ourselves to that now, we're playing with house money, and it's fine.
And Shaheed already has a groin.
Rashid already has a groin, but who doesn't?
Yeah.
So he'll probably miss some playing time. We need to basically put Olave in bubble wrap right now.
He's supposed to be good to go for camp. It's not.
We got all these guys at receiver that are like, they could work out, but then they could just end up being like a guy that catches like 400 yards and like two touchdowns or something like that, and then that's it. It's like this either or, they'll be all right, or eh. So might as well bring in DeAndre Hopkins, jolt the wide receiver core another gear in and of itself, and just run with it. Load up on offense. You brought in Derek Carr. You brought in the gunslinger. Who can apparently make all these great throws. You're basically telling Pete Carmichael, hey, time to shit or get off the pot with some offense, man. Let's go. Let's take the reins off and let's go.
Well, Octoberist said he's opting for option C, which is trade for Chase Young. But, I got to say, and this is a little bit hyperbole, but the Saints are one injury away from Zach Bond covering Christian McCaffrey in man coverage.
Oh, my God.
So, making a big splash for a linebacker.
It makes me almost want to vomit.
Might not be the worst thing.
But where, there's no linebacker to have. I mean,
Go Tigers.
Hunter I want Danielle.
Daniil.
Danielle
name is
Hunter.
Also, it's spelled Danielle, which makes it extra.
Oh, well, then,
challenging.
then we can't expect Ralph to get this right.
Yeah,
Come on.
forget that. Yeah,
We'll give him a pass on this one.
He crushed the Saints in that 2019 playoff game. However you want to say his name, he wrecked them. Okay. So I vote
David Hunter.
That would be fun. But Andrew, to your point about linebacker, it's a serious problem. I just don't know. I don't think there's a linebacker available that they could make a big move.
I'm sure they could trade for someone. But yeah, they better figure it out.
Dave, what YOLO move would you prefer?
I'm gonna actually. This may be naive of me, but I'm gonna assume that our wide receiver core is gonna be a little bit healthier this year than last year.
Somebody drug test Dave.
What? So I would go. I'd go for more.
What next? You're gonna say Andrews Pete? Gets through unscathed. Is that?
No. I'm gonna go. I'd go with more help on defensive end.
Next week, Ralph will not say David Carr 9 times. It'll be fine. It'll just magically fix itself. Dave, you've been gone for 2 weeks. Were you like,
who are the wide receivers on the Saints? I already forgot. I don't even know anymore.
Keith Kirkwood.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah.
David Carr.
I think Kevin was trying to make a joke, but it was actually accurate. Keith Kirkwood is still on the roster.
That's right. So Thomas, give us a donation update.
Okay, we are at 5,500 bits, so more than halfway away. The MVP leader is Hatchet John with 3K bits. Andrew's dad with 1,500 bits at second place.
Yeah, so
let's talk about this booze that you're going to have to chug if someone donates a little bit here. What are we looking at? Did you say it was
pineapple rum?
Whoa.
Which
that's the pick.
It's trouble because it's old, but I think it'll be fine. This one actually scares me. New Amsterdam gluten-free vodka. This scares me because this is from Selly's Amsterdam trip, which is at least a dozen years ago.
No vodka has gluten, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it depends on what it was made with, right?
Well, vodka's always it's always potato or rice, right?
I don't know.
Neither of those are gluten.
It's just one, I mean, it's for the thoughtful drunk.
Yeah, that sounds like someone saying dairy-free water. I don't know.
That's right. Dairy-free water. That's right. So we're a Saints podcast, but we cover New Orleans.
It's the off season.
It's the off season. And
look, I think the Saints players need to be aware of this woman because she's a threat to them too.
Zion, some Pelicans podcast covered it, but I was jealous of them because some of them were like, "Oh no, we're just going to talk about basketball and we're not going to cover this unseemliness." I was like, if a Saints player did this, we would do breaking news every day, like it was,
Dude,
like
if it was a Saints player, we would be reading live tweets from Mariah like every show.
I could do a podcast breaking down each tweet as we go. We could be like
so Zion got savaged in these Twitter streets by Mariah Mills.
These have been deleted, by the way.
All of them deleted, but don't worry. We tasked Thomas with saving them, the best ones. Mariah Mills, she's on the OnlyFans. She had the mother of all tweets telling on Zion's kinks and so much more. Thomas picked some of the best tweets, and he's going to dramatic read a couple of them. Thomas, read some of these gems
with your Polish accent, please.
Yeah, these are Polish.
With Polish accent. That's not gonna be hard, man. Okay, so first one. I deleted the video of the photographer pouring honey in my mouth because you told me you felt disrespected, and I come and Twitter to see you trending with a thought being pregnant, and you kissed that hoe. Zion Williamson, you hurt me like this. Why you did this to your butterfly, I guess.
Why I did this to you, boo. So the
Second
thing
one?
was,
That was very PG compared to some of them.
some of them.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I chose the
honestly,
PG
it
ones.
was
I
way-
chose the PG ones only.
Oh, what? No!
Well, we must be
No,
done then because the
no.
78 other ones are.
Oh yeah, it was
Thomas
hard,
reading
man.
was funnier than I thought.
It was hard.
You better have got the one with the spit in the mouth. That better be on this thing.
I don't think so,
Spit in your
man.
mouth if you didn't have.
I
if you
didn't
don't-
want to get
What
us
about the
banned because of
What about the
some
hungry one?
The thing with the Zion stuff that made me feel really old, Kevin, was people were like, is this the worst, most horrible NBA offseason scandal, most embarrassing thing that's ever happened? And people were tweeting about, they're like,
No.
Google Kobe, Google Dwight Howard, Google John Morant, Google the other guy from Memphis. Like this, it doesn't even necessarily. I don't know where to put it in NBA scandal. But
It's not even a scandal. He slept with a woman and then got a different one pregnant and she's mad. I mean, that's it.
But
he didn't do it. These are two consenting adults. He didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, the tweet storm is unique, though. I felt that, like,
oh yeah,
I felt bad for him because if I had $100 million and I was 21 and I was single and I was watching what I was watching and be like, I can get in the porn star's DM and like hook up with her. Like, who among us wouldn't do it? So I feel bad for that. But the fact that the tweet storm went on for it went on for like 3-4 days.
I mean, just to give, in case there's anybody out there who doesn't know what's going on, because we are a Saints podcast, and there may not be people who follow the Pelicans, but I mean, basically, Zion's girlfriend started tweeting personal information about Zion after he found out he got another woman pregnant. Now, but first of all, Mariah Mills, she's like, she needs help. I mean, like, she really does need help. I mean,
she's not the girlfriend. She's the side.
She's unhinged.
That's right.
Correct, but like just in a single day, she'll tweet.
They all side pieces, man.
And she'll go from I mean, and I think she knows that, but she'll go from like she'll be upset and she'll be hurt about what the situation, and then an hour later she's like, oh, but I'm still gonna stand by my man, blah blah blah. Like she's still not like she's stuck in this thing, and she's just going round and around emotionally. And yes, she's still tweeting even today. I go take about 3 times a day, and I'll go to my phone and check on her timeline and see what's going on. I find.
Guess she's not the only one that's obsessed, Dave.
Hey, but Jason Champagne.
I mean, the one thing where it's like getting, I won't say serious because these are just allegations, and I have no idea. But now she's gone on this rant about how this baby mama is like a sex trafficker. She's got some third party person who has like privately DM'd her, and she's posted these DMs claiming that she was trafficked by Zion's baby mama and some other guy, and she's been tagging the NBA.
We're going to Law and Order SVU.
I'm just saying, this is what's been going on. Like, if you've actually been following this is what's happening.
All right, so Jason Champagne has a great question, Andrew.
Jesus, Dave.
Bigger team wrecker, Mariah Mills or Mike Cirillo?
Cirillo. She hasn't done anything yet. She's a wannabe Cirillo until she actually does something.
She needs some coaching.
Yeah, until she actually takes down the organization, she's just a wannabe.
Well, I mean, yeah, Cirillo hasn't tweeted texts directly from Zion being like, "Please stop. This is terrible. Delete it." So I don't know.
I mean, Kevin, I was trying to think of like the Saints. Darren Sharper is gross, and it's no fun because he's in prison because he did horrible things. It's horrific. But I was trying to think like Junior had some fun sort of sex scandals where he didn't pay his hose, and they got mad at him. And he had the belt issue on.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then he had the burner account. He had the burner accounts on the way out the door. That was the
something. Belt master.
I forgot about.
I mean, but it's weird in this sense that I'm like, not necessarily a player, but I feel like Zion is like a huge star. I feel like the only way the Saints could have a scandal that would reach this level, it would have to be like the best player on the team, because Zion is like a multi-million-dollar star.
This isn't a scandal. This is like
no, but it is.
Every guy in the 21-year-old in the NBA
does it.
Is doing it.
So what is not a scandal? Is it? Do we classify it as news?
The scandal is that Zion is terrible at handling his situation. That's what the scandal is. He's an idiot. The scandal is he's an idiot.
Well, I hope we're going to talk about Drew Brees in a second here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry.
He needs some coaching from Kevin.
So, I'm going to try and get poignant, and then I'll just immediately capsize the boat on that. One, I hope that the lady Mariah Mills does get mental help, because she's definitely
Dave.
She's definitely off. She's going back and forth on things.
Oh yeah.
And look, I really do think that she felt something for Zion Williamson. And so to suddenly realize that, oh wait, that's not happening anymore. And on top of that, if you want to be very cynical about it, a 9-figure meal ticket is now walking out the door and now is going to have a kid with somebody else. Yeah, that's a very rug yanked out from under the feet scenario. So I hope she gets help. 2, I hope that the woman carrying Zion's baby holds his feet to the fire and makes sure that she's taken care of. 3rd, I hope that the baby is taken care of and everything goes well with that. That being said, I think we need to reach out to Dave's parents and get the inheritance money that he was going to get. We need to buy a horse. We need to buy a filly. And we need to call her Alleged Squirter. And we need to run her at the Louisiana Downs and just, throw some sugar cubes at her, some oats, and just see what happens.
Alleged.
Well, the bottom line is this. You don't suffer through the range of your emotions live on Twitter for all to see.
Yeah.
What's the Denver Broncos?
Never do that.
Never
Benjamin Albright. Benjamin Albright taught us that. You don't bring your business out on the socials. But
it's been fun.
It's been amazing.
It was for me. It was a wild week. I had PGA Live. I had Mariah Mills. I had. It was very exciting.
I'm going to bring this back around to the Saints, though, Dave, because we may.
By the way, wait. One last point. I'm sorry to interrupt. One last point. You guys keep saying Mariah Mills is a porn star. She's a musician now. I just wanted to.
Show her some respect.
Once a porn star, always a porn star, man.
No. She's a musician now.
No.
She's turned over a new leaf. She's changed her life.
That's not true, Thomas. So
you can see that clearly, Andrew, on Twitter.
We talked about.
Do we not have more tweets for Thomas to read? We don't have any more.
I tried to keep it PG, 13.
So when he said I should have, that was a fault of me, Dave. I should have said Thomas picked the most vile X-rated tweets, have them ready to go. I didn't. So now he's only got the PG-13. We'll move it on. But we can bring this back around.
You, man. That's my fault.
We could bring this back around to the Saints because. You talk about bad social media decisions, bad decisions in general. I feel like Drew Brees is well on his way. we had a bracket of bad Drew Brees decisions.
Yeah,
we may have
number 1 seed.
To me, this is way more embarrassing than the Zion situation. Way worse.
Thomas put this up. So Drew
this is epic.
He's just.
Copy paste, fail.
Yeah. So basically, His tweet says, "Just lay out the product, take a picture, and post something like this. Thanks to my friends at Mission for hooking me up this summer with some cooling gear. Check them out at mission.com, at Mission."
I mean,
He just
And then
doesn't
we
give
got
a
it.
fuck,
That is
guys.
the
That's
most-
it.
Like that is the most
Obviously,
Drew
he wasn't
Brees
supposed to
thing
post the
ever.
first part.
For a guy that's a hero of a city, a guy that's won a Super Bowl, that defied all the odds despite his lack of height, becoming a superstar quarterback, winning a Super Bowl for the most pathetic of all franchises in league history. Like, he did all these things, and yet this is so on brand. This is like, I'm not even surprised. This is the most Drew Brees thing ever. For as amazing as he is and as much as I love him, he is so stupid sometimes.
Kevin, new number 1 seed for Drew Brees' bad decisions, part 2.
Look, I don't know about number 1 seed, but I read this thing and I sent it to you guys, and I'm really debating unfollowing this guy. Like, I can't. All it is him hawking crap.
Yeah.
It's shirts that are an extra 2 inches longer. It's some gambling app that strikes him with lightning. It's some four-wheeler that, goes off-road extra tough or some nonsense. It's a set of golf clubs made out of titanium.
It's a three-wheeled motorcycle.
Don't forget the copper sleeves.
Yeah,
The
or the
copper
three-wheel.
sleeves.
Don't forget Untuck It. I made the Untuck It joke earlier.
Yeah, I said that. The shirts that are longer.
Did you say the spider thing?
Untucked it isn't longer; it's shorter.
Look at this. His official Drew Brees account.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'll tell you what. Drew Brees' shirt was so terrible on the day he signed a contract with the Saints the first time that I actually think Untuck It would have been a better choice.
Wow. I mean,
you know what though? Look, Drew's off the hook on this. This is on Mission, because they were stupid enough to think that Drew could do this. They were not specific enough in their directions.
What do you mean? They were very specific.
No, this is on them. This is on them. They should have known. They should have just taken. Honestly, if you're Mission, you got to take the picture yourself and just go on Drew's phone and just write the tweet yourself.
Right.
That's really the only way.
I'm kind of with you on that, because
I know.
Like, let's picture we're in the marketing room here. We're the marketing for Mission, and this guy's like, all right, here's what I'm going to fire off to Drew, and he shows it just like what Drew Brees just tweeted. And somebody in that room, Dave, has got to be like, Untuck It, the blue diamonds,
Somebody
Yahoo
knows.
Finance.
Yeah.
Faking his dad. You want me to keep going? No, you're not
credits.
sending that to him.
Well, I mean, the other thing too is, like, in the picture he did take, and we all know he took. I mean, that's the one thing, is we know this is authentic. Drew Brees definitely tweeted this. Okay, this wasn't some
Probably
bot.
the only tweet he did all month.
No.
And it's from his Instagram account because he's got them linked together.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you can do that. You can link them. Yeah. But my point is like, he did this. This was not some bot. But like, he's got stuff like still in the plastic. Like, if you really want, like, he should have taken those things out of the plastic, laid them out, made it look better. He literally just took whatever shit they gave him, just put it on the floor, and just took a picture of it. Like, he didn't take any of the stuff out of the plastic.
He just doesn't give a
I don't
fuck,
even know.
man.
He don't even know what that is in the plastic.
I pay more attention to Thomas's direction than Drew Brees pays to Mission.
Yeah, no shit, man. That's
Exactly.
true. That's
Wow.
true.
Totally.
Even Ralph's better, man.
Drew Brees
That
probably
says
is
a
still
lot.
calling Derek Carr David.
He probably is. By the way, Derek Carr was like, I'm watching Drew Brees. I'm watching film on him. I'm watching his decisions.
Don't read his tweets.
Don't read his tweets, Derek.
Pay no attention to social media.
So
Jeez. Oh yeah, no. This was the highlight of the week. Of my, honestly, when I saw that, it's so great.
So are you guys with me that this is worse than Zion? More embarrassing?
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
Zion looks like a sex freak. Zion's probably going to get more poontang out of this out of this whole thing.
Well, I mean, that's assuming he's not locked in with the woman that's now having his baby.
No NBA player is locked in.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds real likely,
Yeah.
Kevin.
A bunch of women who like to get who like to spit in people's mouths slid into Zion's DMs this past week.
So Thomas, where's the donation update? Where are we?
Well, it hasn't moved, so Hatchet John is still in the lead.
Thank you, Hatchet John.
You guys got to a hot start, but now it's cooled off. I don't know, maybe.
You know what's not cooling off? My freaking house. No air conditioning. So, Thomas,
donate so Ralph can go buy an oscillating
new air conditioning.
I can get one of them old fans. I can fan myself like a woman. So, Thomas, let's get to the trivia.
Trivia, you say? Okay, we have trivia from Budrich.
Thank you, Budrich, for sending the trivia. We always appreciate it.
He said this is gonna be an easy one. Even Dave should get it. So if you guys know the answer, if you guys know the answer, don't say it right away. But maybe you won't. You never know, man. Right. I even omitted the silhouette,
like
so it's harder. The question is, in the 2013 Sunday...
I know this.
Wait, what's SNF?
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football, okay. Brain lag. Sunday Night Football game against Dallas. Saints got 40 first downs. Who had the 41st?
Yeah, so I do. Yes, I know it too.
Oh, damn. Dave knows?
I do. I remember this game very clearly.
I
remember who I took to this game.
I think it's your boo, Dave.
Who did you take to the game, Dave?
I actually took Dane Noble, who used to run the Windy City Gridiron SB Nation blog, the Chicago Bears blog.
Yeah. I think I know this. I think this is your boo, Dave. Mark Ingram. He got the 41st first down, and then he got injured, and he was out for the year.
No. Thank you, Budrich. Thank you for giving me a question that I know.
Wow. So Mark Ingram is wrong. So Kevin, do you know?
Who had the 41st? 2013.
That was the record, right? Most first downs in a game ever.
Yeah.
It was a running play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drew Brees.
All right. So
it was in overtime.
No,
they won the game.
So only Dave knows.
Only Dave knows. So all right. So Dave, give us the answer.
Wait, why? It wasn't in overtime?
No,
they won the game going away.
You're thinking of the CJ Spiller game. This is
that's what I'm thinking of.
No, this is
That was like 5 years later, man.
I'm doing this from memory, can I go with my answer?
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me think about this now. The 2013.
It was when they got 41 first downs.
Yeah,
they blew out Dallas. Dallas didn't stop us the whole game.
Was it home or away?
Yeah, it was at home.
And the Saints defense was amazing.
Oh no, I thought this was the CJ. Wasn't CJ Spiller against Dallas?
This was Rob Ryan. This was Rob Ryan revenge game. This game.
Oh shit, I don't remember this.
All right, Andrew, give us your answer.
I think it's Pierre Thomas.
So nobody knew. Damn, interesting.
All right, so all right, Thomas, tell us the answer.
Okay,
Lionel Hamilton, maybe.
The answer
is it Lionel Hamilton?
No, he wasn't on this team in 2013.
Oh, it was Pierre Thomas.
Wow, there you go.
Why'd you tell me I didn't know?
I trolled you, man.
Yeah.
He okie dokie.
Yeah, I remember Thomas getting it. I don't know how
Jason Champagne said, when studying Drew's decisions,
Dave, what a fail, man.
Derek should follow the football ones and ignore the diamond ones.
Dave, you really blew that one.
Well, I thought that was like, I don't know. What year was that? What year was CJ Spiller?
That was like 2015.
Oh, okay.
No, 16, I think. Maybe 16.
Yeah. Thomas, donation update. And am I not doing any drinking tonight? I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
One new donation from Hatchet John, 500 bits.
Thank you, Hatchet John.
Hatchet John did.
October 4th.
Hatchet John did his part, man. He tried.
Yeah.
Shame on the rest of you.
JV, that's right.
The CJ Spiller touchdown was October 4th, 2015.
Yeah. And by the way, I want to say this. People listen to free version. We love everybody that listens to the show and supports the show. But we had 1,000 people listen on Monday. We didn't have any new content. If you're listening to the free version and you're not a patron, sign up, become a patron. You get in the Discord, you support the show. It's a great way to allow us to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, Thomas, Polish meats and cheeses ain't free, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Support the show, become a patron.
Very expensive.
It's right. So Thomas, it's take us to the top time. Oh, by the way, somebody mentioned in the chat why I have a mark right here on my face. I sliced my freaking face open so bad. I changed the razor and I forgot that it was a fresh one, and I just like went down. And my wife was like, "Did you lose a fight with a razor?" I'm like, "Yes, I did. Like I cut myself something horrible with that." By the way, grip strength. We haven't gotten to. Oh yeah, in a while. He was like, dude, like your grip. He's like, you're back in the double digits, but he's like, you should be. He's like, you should be at an 18, 19-year-old by now, and you're still at like a 10-year-old. He's like, not great. So, by the way, I want to mention to people, keep sending us questions. We always get a ton of them, and Thomas picks some for the live show, but send them in, and the ones we don't get to, me and Kevin will do a mailbag. We love doing the mailbag questions. The mailbags have been freaking amazing. We got one for you that's going to post this week. So send them in. We'll either get to them on the live show or in the mailbag. We promise. They're always amazing. We use whatever questions and fun stuff you send us. We always use it. So Thomas, first question.
I love how Ralph goes from talking about his grip strength, then he says, by the way, and then he starts talking about the mailbag. They're completely unrelated. Sorry. Go ahead, Thomas.
The strings of life, Andrew. Yeah. Strings of life. Go ahead, Tom.
All right, first question, but before that, October is in the chat. If you ask Thomas a question in Polish, he will definitely use it. Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's right.
Okay, first question from Don Checo, the usual suspect. If we are about to get fat Michael Thomas, who were the best and worst fat saints to this point?
Oh, wow.
My favorite fat saint, Hollis Thomas.
Fat shaming.
Norman Hand, the big one.
Norman Hand was big wiggle. Yeah.
I
mean, he was a favorite. I mean, the bad fat.
Here's the thing: like, you're supposed to be fat if you're a defensive tackle, though.
Yeah.
So like, being fat is not a bad thing. Like, I would say there were times where Charles Grant was unbelievably fat for a defensive end. Like he was, like, I don't know, like it depends, I guess, if we're going positive or negative. But like when I think of overweight Saints that were playing way above their playing weight, Charles Grant tops the list for me.
Yeah, he's borderline Saints Hall of Famer though. He's got like 3-9.
Yeah, but when he was fat, he wasn't any good.
No, he wasn't fat. Who's like? But Kevin, the list of worst fat Saints it's endless. I mean, you got Jonathan Sullivan, Grady Jackson,
Thomas Aquinas,
Wayne Gandy.
Oh,
did they have? I'm trying to think of like a fat running back. Andrew, did the Saints ever have like a Earl Campbell? Like end stage Earl Campbell was pretty fat and terrible. I'm trying to think. Am I missing any? The chat, people in the chat, am I missing any fat Saints that were just terrible?
I remember LSU player Justin Vincent. You remember him? He was like ridiculously good as a freshman. I think scored a touchdown in either a national championship game or Sugar Bowl, but he got really fat after that.
Yeah.
At LSU.
Thank you, Chad M. He gifted a tier 1 sub. Thank you. You're the best. Chad M. donated 1,000 bits. You're all amazing. Thomas, next question. What you got?
100 bits away from Ralph drinking.
Ooh, come
the
on, make it
poison.
happen. Get it in over
poison.
the line. You know you want to.
That's just too much to resist.
Oh,
Next
Deuce
question.
big JMC, Deuce McAllister. He kind of got thick at the end. There. He had a good 2006 when he was fat. He was just like 4 yards at a time. All right, hit the next question, Thomas.
Saints fat shaming podcast. Okay, next question from Bayou Bedouin. If you could have only one of the following on your team, who would you choose? DeAndre Hopkins, Hunter Renfrow, or Dalvin Cook, or David Carr?
David Carr, final answer.
Dave, which one would you want?
Yeah, no,
Wait,
David
what was
Carr.
what?
Who do you want? Hopkins, Renfro, or Delvin Cook?
I mean, if you pick Renfro over Hopkins, I mean, that's just
I wouldn't
ridiculous.
do that. No, this was the question we just answered. Cook.
Well, yeah.
That's fucking illegal.
But I mean, I think like you want Hopkins, but I guess do we factor in like price? Because if you want Hopkins, you're gonna have to guarantee him like $40 million over 2 years.
Let's factor in price, guys, to make it more interesting.
I would say Renfro. I worry that Hopkins is washed. Like
All right.
he
Jesus,
he got on the drugs. He's off the drugs, and now he's not going to be any good.
Man.
I said I submitted a question in Polish to Thomas.
Wow.
I don't know if it's Polish, man.
By the way,
I want to hear what you have to say.
by the way, kids,
Just do it.
when we do the mailbag for patrons, every time we do a mailbag, we have one Thomas specific question just for him, because patrons, people in the Discord, they want to know, is Thomas real? Is it an AI voice that Dave has conjured up with his AI subscription? Is he real? They want to know about like Thomas's personal life, like what does he do in Poland?
Because I'm
and
a
Thomas
small
is like, well, I'll answer
2,000
one
square
question a
foot
week.
shop.
So become a patron and you get access to the mailbag. You can learn more about Thomas's life. Thomas, what's next?
Chatham. Really close, guys. Really close.
8,500.
Appropriate.
Two questions left. And the MVP race is getting also heated.
Oh, wow.
Chatham, 1K away from Hatchet John.
Hatchet John says he's not convinced Thomas is a real person.
I also wouldn't be convinced if I were Hatchet John. Okay, next question from the Questions Legend, Saints Rabbit. Are there any Saints Happy Hour UDFA picks on the trade block this year? And if so, what are the conditions for the potential trade?
I'm done trading up. I'm staying right where I am. I'm good. I'm good. And also, I saw. I think John Checo asked if I had to. I don't remember what the reason was, but he was trying to get me to go back to Olive Garden, and that's not happening. I mean,
I could see like UDFA draft this year is going to be really interesting, because the other note that we didn't talk about for minicamp and OTAs is there's a legit kicking competition. Like Will Lutz is kicking for his job. So if one of us wanted to draft Goop, that wouldn't be like a crazy pick. So it's gonna be real interesting. The UDFA draft is gonna be real interesting. The main objective this year.
There's no way that's how you pronounce his name, by the way.
We have to keep Andrew from winning. That's the only thing that matters. If we have to cheat, if I have to hack his phone and get his and get his text that he's doing with sources that he doesn't share with me anymore because I stole the UDFA Sun last year that he wanted, so he won't speak to me about any UDFA information anymore. If we have to hack his phone, his emails, we cannot let Andrew win the UDFA Sun competition, because he's insufferable now about it. If he wins again, it'll just
Well, I would say that normally I would maybe explore trading up, but I picked last year, and that didn't stop me from winning.
Here we go.
Thanks to Ralph, man. Ralph saved you.
Kevin, I got a task for you. You need to invest as much time in your UDFA drafting as you do the regular draft, so we can defeat Andrew. You need to do that between now and July.
All right, we reached the goal, man.
Oh wow! All right, so who's the MVP, Thomas? Who gets to pick and what?
Hatchet John is the MVP leader right now with 4,800 bits, almost half
he says
the goal.
gluten-free vodka for
By
Ralph's
himself.
health. Oh my god! Oh wow!
Already gluten-free.
That's under protest. I think all vodkas are gluten free.
Oh. It's like sugar-free water.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell, so that's good because vodka doesn't smell, right?
It's not.
So
Good vodka is not supposed to.
Well, this one it smells a little, but not much, and so it's old, so that's good. So here we go.
Here we go.
Thomas, can you give me a drum roll? You don't.
Oh,
You
you
need
want a
like a
drum roll?
drum roll sound effect. Here we go. Vodka. It's nothing special.
Well, it's gluten free, so there is something special about that.
I mean, the last
Ralph's
2
getting
weeks.
immunity, man.
No, the thing is, last 2 weeks,
He's
the thing that
immunized.
Nikolai has sent me the bitters from Germany and the imitation Jägermeister Helma
Jägerbombs.
whatever.
Jägerbombs.
Imitate those were disgusting.
Jaeger bombs.
This is like
Jaeger bombs.
this was like
That guy's
water.
from my town. I used to play roller
But
hockey.
it's
Really?
this is some cheap ass vodka.
Yeah.
My wife should have left it in the hotel room
My wife.
instead of stealing it. Octoberist says vodka improves hand grip strength. You saw that? See, thank you, Octoberist. He saw that I held up both bottles, one in each arm. So thank you, Octoberist. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that.
Grip strength.
Grip
Ten
strength
girl.
coming along.
Next
All
question.
right, is my question next?
Yeah. And what
How did you know,
Thomas?
Dave?
Come on, let's go.
That wasn't scripted, by the way.
That's right.
Oh,
Saint
come on.
Rabbit asks.
No, my question.
Oh,
that I
your
asked.
question. Oh,
Yeah, the
your
one that I asked, my
question.
Polish question. Yeah.
I don't think that's a question, man. Like, I don't know what to make of it. Even.
Yeah. What are you
That's so
talking about?
that's so broken Polish, man. Fucking Chat GPT, man.
No, Google Translate.
Yeah.
Hit us
No
up.
shit, man.
What do you got, Thomas?
Okay, Dave question from Saints Rabbit. With no Ingram and no Ladavius, is Dave jumping back in the dating pool like Kevin? Or does his heart still belong to one of the former backs?
That's a great question. It's a great question.
That's how I wanted you to read the Mariah Mills tweets. I was a little disappointed. I thought we were going to get that sultry Thomas. That is a great question, actually. And, I hadn't even thought about it, but I guess I am on the market.
Do you have to stick with running back?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I do. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this is something like Pierre Thomas kind of started. I don't know.
Do you have to go?
I got to get back on. I got to get back on.
I mean, you got
Rabinder.
options.
Rabinder.
You got
You can
options.
try to
You
get
got
into Juge family and, hook up
Kendra
with
Miller.
Shaheed.
You got Jamal Williams. You got options, Dave. You got options.
I will say this.
I mean, I feel like Jamal Williams is an early favorite.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, he is an early favorite. The anime thing, even though I'm not into anime, my son is into anime. So, I guess I like it for that aspect.
You also you like the violent runner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I do.
That's
do
your
like
kink.
But no, honestly, if I was going to go outside my circle, I think Rashid Shaheed would be my type. I like a guy like Rashid Shaheed.
Oh, you can't date.
I'm
people
just
on the
saying.
podcast.
If I had a type,
That's
if
weird.
I had a type, Rashid Shaheed would be my
No,
type.
Wait,
He's gonna show up.
You stay
He's gonna
away from my child.
He's gonna show up.
You
And knock on
keep
the
your
door and
disgusting
Jude's
hands
gonna
off
answer it.
my kid.
Can we do?
And it's
Can
gonna
we
be like that scene in Bad Boys.
Can we do trades for current members of our sons? Can we if I wanted to give Andrew this year's first round pick for Shaheed, could I do that?
No.
No,
I
it has to.
I think we're all family
Suck on
here,
this,
so
bitch.
That's all. That's all. That's all done
I
and dusted.
feel like Thomas. I task him with things to do, and he's just like, "Nah, I'm not going to do that." And he just hunts for sound bites all day long.
Yeah, because I have no idea when I said that. I'm certainly not arguing I didn't say that. I'm just saying I don't know when I said that.
Yeah, I just think he just hunts for sound.
My name is Carrie Yellow.
He just hunts for sound bites all day long.
It's all part of his plan. He's loading all of our sound and audio into an AI,
Thomas,
and he'll do the podcast by himself, but with all four of us.
Well, I was just thinking if something really sinister ever happens to any of the four of us, where we tragically pass away, I feel like Thomas will be able to continue to have a podcast with that person on the show, and it's like we'll live on forever.
I think that's right. I think we've got enough.
It's like that Static X band that got a new singer, and now it's like the ghost of the old guy that died. Yeah,
that's right.
Well, it's like when Steve Gleason, like when you get ALS, like you can bank your voice for when you lose your voice. Like I feel like we've all got enough. If that ever happened to us, we've got enough. We could just, here you go. We've already got it banked. Here you go.
Yeah, Thomas. Next week when Dave goes away for another 3 weeks, see if you can AI Dave into the podcast.
Actually, that reminds me. Actually, I am off next week because it's my anniversary. Because last year my anniversary was on Monday, and I did the podcast on my.
I remember. I love my wife.
Oh,
That's right. And now we moved to Tuesday.
Great moments in Saints Happy Hour history.
That's right. Well, now we moved it to Tuesday, and it's next year. So now you synced it up with my anniversary, and this time I will not be attending on my anniversary.
Tomas, that's the audio you need to find. Is Dave drunkenly yelling how much he likes his wife?
That's right.
Like he didn't just say he loved his wife. He said a whole bunch of other things, and it was great.
It was what was.
Anyway, and then the week after that's going to be July 4th, and I'm out for that too.
Wow. Your commitment shows.
I'm not bringing all my shit to Turks and Caicos.
You know what this means, guys. You can all come back. You can all come live for this next one. The next
all of you that hate me. Yeah, for all of you that hate me, the next few weeks are a safe zone.
That's right. So I want to remind everybody.
These are the shows you're not going to want to miss.
That's right.
Well, next week.
Become a patron.
No. I will say this, Dave. You're going to miss.
Become a patron and then cancel in 2 weeks.
Next week, man, the bracket kicks off. You're going to miss week 1 of the bracket. Week 2.
Shit.
And by the way, I want to thank.
Make sure I see the bracket. I will make my vote, but you'll have. I
want to thank Butterich's dad. He sent me about 4 or 5 because when I did it on Twitter, the Saints, the dumbest Saint. He sent me like 4 or 5 just really dumb Saints decisions from the 80s, and I was like, oh my god, a couple of them I didn't even know, and a couple of them I had forgotten. So thanks to Butterich's dad. Alan, for sending me that.
Did we add them?
Oh yeah, we added them. They had like 2 or 3 of them had to go in. One of them, I'm just gonna tease it. It involves writing a check for cocaine.
Yeah.
So I want to remind everybody they can sub for free Amazon Primers every month, not just once. Do it every month. It's a way for you to support the podcast, and it doesn't cost you anything. You should do it. Thomas, before we get out of here,
Thomas, where's my question? Ask my question.
At least read it, man.
Why? I want to know what it translates to.
I don't even know, man. It's hard to translate it. I
know. Let's hear it. Come on.
It doesn't make sense. What did you put in English, man? Listen to be in English.
Right. Here's my question. This is going to be a real question. Everybody has to answer. All right. Would you rather have sex with your wife, with your wife's body, but it's your mom's mind and consciousness?
Oh my God.
Or with your mom's body, but it's your wife's mind and consciousness?
Oh my God.
Kevin, you could do your girlfriend or whatever.
Oh wow!
I mean, is this serious? Like,
I think it's a great question. I think it is a great question. I stole this from another podcast that I listened to.
This is horrible.
This is a horrible question.
I refuse to answer this.
I think you gotta go with
Everyone has a hard
wife's
time
body.
listening
Well,
to
obviously
Dave.
you're excited
No,
to
wait, your mom's
ask
body?
this.
I don't know.
Well,
You're
like,
excited to ask this, Dave. So why don't you go first?
yeah, right.
I have no idea.
This is a terrible question.
It's so
This is a terrible question. And here's the worst part. If I ask questions to clarify, it makes it even worse.
Well, what do you want to know? I mean,
well, like,
yeah, everybody
thing.
remembers. Everybody remembers.
Is it like
October is gonna chat.
It is a Tulane thing because the podcast that I got this from is two Tulane guys.
Is it like your peak? Is it
Deviants
your
from
wife?
Tulane.
Is it your wife at her peak? Is it your wife at her peak? Like currently?
No, right now.
Right
now.
Oh my God! I don't even know. How much can I drink to get there?
Whatever you want. There's no rules about that.
I can't. I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do. I'm like Andrew. I abstain on the grounds it might get me divorced.
Kevin, you got an answer?
And no wonder Thomas was confused. That question probably broke the Polish transcript.
Can I hear what it sounds like? I just read it. Just read what it sounds like. I don't even know.
Damn, in Polish?
Yeah, just
Yeah, just read the Polish words.
Yeah, nobody will understand.
Jesus, wolałbyś uprawiać seks z ciałem swojej mamy, ale...
Sex.
Yeah, come on, man. This sounds fucking strange.
Blah, 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 sex, mother. Blah, 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 sex, mom. That's what I heard. So, Thomas, before we get out of here, give us a final MVP tally because we love all the people that donate to make me drink.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Amazing show. So the MVP...
I think mom, wife's consciousness, final answer.
Jesus. So the MVP...
Just kidding.
Okay, so the MVP of this show is...
Hatchet John.
Hatchet John with 4,800 bits.
Thank you, Hatchet John. Woo! By the way, Hatchet John has been amazing. We love all of the patrons. Thanks for supporting the show. It allows us to do
For the
amazing
third time this off season, by the way.
That's right.
So
Third
you
time.
get a chance. So you get a chance to be on the podcast with us.
That's right. We're planning big things for the football season, by the way.
Also,
big
thanks to Chad M, Andrew's dad, Jason Champagne, and Andrew himself.
Thank you
For donating during the show.
That's right. Thanks. And guys, thanks for listening and supporting Saints Happy Hour. We appreciate you guys, all of you. But please go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, and support the show. We can't do it without you guys. So thanks to Dave, thanks to Andrew, thanks to Kevin, thanks to Tomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. It's the first time in like a month that everybody's been here. Wow, I got confused. I had to thank everybody for being here. Remember, kids, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, you got to support the one that wins awards. And until next time, the bar is closed.